and really try to understand from your perspective what's happening. The headline from Bloomberg, Scaramucci halts withdrawals in a fund after stock and crypto swoon. It seems to suggest that investors are concerned about you gating their ability to withdraw from the fund.
All right, so even before we start right now, so if you don't know, Scaramucci, he's been on CNN a few times regarding political stuff, of course, with former President Donald Trump. He was on Trump's team, Scaramucci. They call him Mooch. I believe he is out of New York. But it looks like his company here, Skybridge Capital, is also halting, is the latest company to halt withdrawals. So I don't know if you have any money in this, but it is worth listening to. So therefore, let's see what he has to say.
Okay, so that is our Legion Fund, which is an offshore fund. It's a Cayman-based vehicle. It has about $250 million in it. The decision was made to suspend the redemptions. Of course, those are temporary suspensions. We do that alongside of an independent board. That fund's 27 years old, Andrew. It started in 1994. This is the first time that we've ever had a suspension. And so obviously none of us is.
Yeah, so this is the first time they ever had a suspension, but I think it's aligned with, the crypto market going down and everything else. But it looks like though in the past few days, Bitcoin and other cryptos have gained, as you can see there. That's late, but at 22,000 for Bitcoin at 100. But currently, at the recording of this video, Bitcoin is $23,000 a coin at the moment. So let's take a look at it, see what he has to say.
Bridge necessarily wanted to suspend it, but we have to take into account a balance of different factors. We have some private investments in there, and what you don't want to do is have the mix overly change due to near-term redemptions. And so our board made the decision to temporarily suspend until we can raise capital inside the fund, and then make sure that when people get out, they get out orderly, and we keep the fund's portfolio composition more or less in sync, so not to damage investors that frankly want to stay in. Now, the fund's down 30% year to date. It's up 5% this month. The fund is unlevered, so there's absolutely no fear of any liquidation whatsoever. And about 18% of the fund is in what we would call crypto exposure. So some of that is in things like Bitcoin, also private investments in things like Sam Bankman-Fried's company, FTX. So stepping back from the whole thing, we made the decision alongside of our independent board. And as things start to get better, we'll release that suspension. And I think you know this from 2008 and the book that you wrote. A lot of times when these funds are suspended, clients do better. And I think the last point I'd like to make is that, of course, everybody signed in an investor agreement this type of flexibility. So I don't think there's any surprises here given what's going on in the overall market. But the good news is we're catching a bounce now, and I think things are going to get better.
Right.